Hey guys, it's Will, and today we're going to be playing some Dark Souls 2. We're going to be making a new game and trying to play through. My goal is to use nothing but a bow, which is going to be pretty challenging. Like, I've done sorcery runs, which were pretty easy, and I've done miracle runs, but being that... Shut up. Being that doing ranged that, costs money per shot, essentially. Well, I guess hexes cost money, but I mean, getting ammunition and being able to do some substantial damage in the beginning of the game with nothing but a bow is really challenging, but I feel like by the end it'll probably be a little bit more of a valid choice. So my starting class, I usually like to do deprived, but for the sake of, having a bow and some arrows, I'm going to be doing a bandit. And I figured I would, tell you the gist of my plan. So my goal is going to be just to try and pick up, one, I just want to try and get all of the bows in the game, just for a completionist's sake, and then, pick what's best to use. Goodbye, old ladies, just let me make my character. I will be Robin Hood, for the sake of being kind of stupid and immature, not doing anything more clever. Alright. So let's start with build. I like to be lanky as fuck. And then nah. 'Cause I'm not jacked. Why would I want him to be jacked? Hair. Nah, that's good hair. Black. You know what, I'm just gonna jump to the end of character creation. Alright, so got that pretty much done. Bandit starts with some pretty good stuff, even though I'm not going to be using the axe. I will only be using daggers as a sidearm, other than the bow, so I'll just pick up the dagger in the tutorial. And not a big fan of the armor, but, it's easy to get better stuff early on in the game. But for the sake of skipping how boring the fucking tutorial is, I'll just meet you guys in Majula. Alright, we are in Majula. I have the dagger, still got my bow, and we are ready to move on. Logically, it seems like the best place to go would be Hyde's Tower of Flame, being that that's where you get the first, what I consider the first really good bow. However, I am not anywhere near high enough level to be able to equip it, so it seems like the best first place to go would be the Forest of the Fallen Giants, so I can pick up the White Sign Soapstone, get some phantoming in, pick up some souls, and also, so I can buy the Leningrast key, which I kinda just remembered I need to get if I want to even be able to remotely have any arrows, which are importante. Rear. What's back here? Oh, a treasure chest. Forgot about that. Is there anything actually good in it? A rusted coin. That's alright, I guess. Alrighty. So, Forest of the Fallen Giants isn't too hard of an area. The last giant boss I consider really annoying, but was a great first boss for the game. Or rather, still is a great first boss, being that it is the first boss most people encounter. Being that it has a very imposing stature to it, while being not too intimidating, I guess. Being that you're like, oh my god, this guy is huge, and then you realize it's just like this big, lumbering idiot. And you're like, oh, well, could be worse. Let's grab that human effigy. Also, interesting note, apparently if you come here in New Game Plus, that human effigy is 5 human effigies, and it is a great place to farm them. Being that there's no real imposing enemies. Oh shit. Oh wow, that was close. Very, very close. For sake of the nature of the area, it might be best to use the Black Flamestone dagger, which, although behaving slightly more like a sword, is still technically a dagger. I think it actually is technically a curved sword, but its increased reach, being that it's about a little over twice that of a standard dagger, makes it very much so worthwhile, even though its dexterity scaling and base damage are slightly inferior. Let's get this bonfire lit. And it also still has a very quick swing speed, although it does use a substantial, not really a substantial, but a fair amount of stamina per swing. Alright. Boo. Come on. What do we got? A life gem. You know, that's useful. Useful enough that I will, you know, use it. It's a pretty fast use speed. What adaptability does the bandit have? Adaptability is what affects use speed, right? Hell if I know. Come on. Oh jeez. That's one thing I really don't like about this game, is that stun locking is such a large part of it. Alright, I am just going to equip the normal dagger again, being that the slight damage boost is great and all, or like the range boost, but the fact that you can do more damage much more quickly using less stamina with the normal dagger kinda makes it better. One thing I could also probably put on is the Transgressor's leather shield. Actually, I have enough strength to put on a wide variety of things. I like the Flamestone Parma. I will be using a shield with my bows, being that you can get shields that'll help with stamina regen, that'll be useful, and also for the sections like this, you know, being that I have practically no arrows, like the bow, the true bow play will really begin once I have the Leningrad key. Come on. So my strategy for this area has always been climb the ladder. If you can get a few hits in on a guy, go right ahead. But then like everyone up there will follow you down the ladder, nice and single file. And you can just clean house. Unless it's just like not gonna happen. Nope, yep, there they are. And again. It's kind of a joke. No, I want to pick up item. There we go. Life gem. Alright. So up here we do have the Hide Knight, but honestly, I'm gonna leave him alone for now. He won't attack you unless you attack him, and I'm not gonna be using the Hide Knight sword, so why bother? Come on. Do a backstab. There we go. Backstabbing in this game is needlessly much harder than it is in all of the previous games, than it is in Dark Souls. I don't know whether it's harder than it is in Demon Souls. Honestly, I haven't played it. And the only thing that's going to get me to play it is if Project Beast does end up being Demon Souls 2 rather than an individual series. Like, I appreciate that people say Demon Souls has really great lore and environment, but I don't know. Games like this, especially, like, I can't really downgrade cosmetically. Like, because Demon Souls is going to look like a game from its generation. An older game. It doesn't really look the best. Well, this game looks absolutely amazing, especially on PC. Which is what I'm playing it on, for those of you who could not tell. Being that it's far easier to afford $25 or $40 or even $50 recording software than it is to be able to afford a $400 HD capture card. Alright. Now let's move on. This next area is probably what I think is like the hardest part of this area, being that you're kind of stuck in very close quarters and it's very easy to get just stun locked and beat to a pulp. But we are close to the Leningrad key. Let's take a life gem just to be safe and move on. I'm probably going to try and pick up the Alva armor as soon as I can, but I do not know. That's one thing I really don't like about this room, is that for some reason I'll find the lock-on will change between them, and then you'll end up swinging at nothing between them because you're facing the wrong way. Like, it never seems to be detrimental to the point of killing you, but it's a nuisance. What'd I get? Foot soldier sword. Great. I know for a fact that that's fucking useless. Come on. Nailed it. Now a good first time to use that bow. What is it? Nailed it. Let's see if I can snipe this guy out too. Nope. Fuck the hitboxes in this game. You're not gonna come down here? I can take you out with the bow then. Makes my life easier. Especially being that you're like the only legitimate threat up here. Come on. Go ham. And now you're dead. Alright, so I have made it to the Leningrass Key with a lot of ease. Usually it's a little bit harder. Is the buckler a better shield than this? Less damage reduction for standard damage. Less stability. No, it's just kind of overall not a better shield. Honestly. But I guess it does fit the build more. Honestly, what I'm probably going to do is go for the leather shield when I can get it. I just like to be safe, even though where I'm going is just right up the ladder. I haven't been checking the time. Hope this doesn't run too long. Oh, this is actually about the end of where this episode should be. So... oh shit. So let's get into the shop bonfire and rest to get this guy off our tail. Alright, made it here. I'll pick up the Leningrass Key between episodes, and then we can... I might even just meet you back at Majula, because there's no real point in, like, watching me walk back. And then, once I pick up... oh no, I gotta get the White Sign Soapstone. So next time we are gonna get the small White Sign Soapstone and the White Sign Soapstone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, I'm doing a pretty good job. I tried to record this before, and I just played like garbage, so here's to that. Thanks for watching.